our kids, not only do they fight a lot, I don't even think they like each other anymore. How can we turn this dynamic around?
Well, I think, of course, they don't like each other. You got to learn how to fight. Well, when I was growing up, we had a boxing ring in our living room, and whoever was in trouble, you just threw them in there and let them knock the stew out of each other. They'll figure it out. That's what you got to do. Teach them to fight. I suggest martial arts, anything other than just really bad, but teach them how to fight. Every now and then, give them a smack, just to let them feel it.
I love this question because as we've studied families around the world, we see distinct examples where the kids detest each other and don't get along, and we see just as many examples where the kids deeply enjoy and love each other. I used to think it was a genetic difference, but upon careful observation and study, it's clearly because of the dynamics we set up in our homes. Ask yourself, are you too busy to find and understand the source of conflict? Clearly, the children may not have the tools to adequately correct the problem. The focus tool is great for this issue. What we focus on is what we'll get. Do our kids always get along? No way. But if we notice the conflicts and step in to try and fix their fights and disagreements, I guarantee you things will likely get worse. So whenever possible, our job is to ignore these moments and let them solve their own issues. Our job is to watch and wait and find times when they are enjoying each other and treating each other well. To highlight the good moments even more, it's better if we can get in there with them and join the fun. Then, using the message tool, the 3 S's of yes, we might say something like this. Kids, I really admire the way you treat each other with kindness and patience. See if the rest of that day and week will be even better. Over time, our children develop a belief system where they enjoy each other and treat each other well. It's true. We go toward our focus and we live within our belief systems. Special reminder, if I acknowledge my children too often, they'll quickly tune me out. Once a week works well for most families. The model tool also plays a big role in how our children get along. I promise you our children are always watching how we treat each other, family members and all, how we treat our strangers, how we treat them, and how we resolve differences. We've all noticed how a mother cat is a perfect example to her kittens. Well, we're our children's model for everything, from telling the truth to treating each other with kindness and respect. Okay, so what if my kids are about to kill each other? On those rare occasions where we do have to step in, it's helpful to use the 4 keys to saying no. This is a proven tool that helps our children learn from the situation versus focusing their anger on us, which just repeats the poor behavior. Here are the 4 keys to saying no. 1. Mostly notice their good behaviors so they don't tune us out. 2. Give yourself a pause, a magic moment. Then say no in a firm, calm, respectful voice and explain your reasons. I used to think I could skip the explaining part. After all, I was the boss. I'd often say, "Do it now because I said so." I didn't realize I was giving them some terrible messages like, "Your thoughts and opinions are not important." Many times, just by explaining why, the issue resolves itself. 3. Deeply listen to your children's responses and needs, and ask them to listen to each other. When we do this, we always learn a lot, but more importantly, our children feel respected. This step alone often resolves much of the upset. Validate their concerns by promising your children that you'll revisit certain issues later. 4. Redirect them back to good behavior using the 5 core tools in the 10 greatest gifts. Remember, just because we've said no doesn't mean they automatically are aware of the best way to move forward. With this approach, our children learn better behaviors and feel valued and respected. With the old ways of saying no and putting your foot down, our children rarely learn much. They almost always repeat the undesired behavior, and they turn their anger and dislike toward us. The good news is that our children would rather be good, unless an old-style, backward-focused approach teaches them that they're bad. Your question is so important. We all want our children to have each other's love and have each other's backs forever. Your vision is absolutely doable.